Oof, my heart just dropped for a second. Hello, welcome back to Swiss Watch Cam. Welcome to a new show. Today with a very special episode. We're not going to talk about watches today, but something that I also collect. It's a pleasure to be here with my friend Samuel from Zug. And today we're going to look at some expensive and really special pens. We're also giving away a Montblanc pen for $750 in this video, so check out the description below. And if you want to surprise your loved ones with a special article, a pen or other writing instruments, we have a special code for you guys where you get 10% off if you buy it style of Zug, also link in the description. Samuel, thank you for having us in your beautiful shop in Zug. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Marco, thanks to you and your crew for coming over to Zug. It's great to have you here.
We have a very special assortment here with pens ranging from $2,000 upwards to $55,000, which sounds crazy to me. I collect watches, so seeing a pen for this price really, it blew my mind. So Samuel, before we go into the pens, tell me something about yourself and where we actually are.
Well, Marco, my name is Samuel Naldi, yes. And we run Style of Zug now since 13 years with the idea to basically bring to the customer beautiful writing instrument. And it's never been only about selling pens, but it's been about, giving out the culture of writing, and also that a beautiful pen can be a fantastic statement for a business person, or if you're trying to give out a nice gift. My parents come from the watch industry, basically. My father organizes watch fairs as a main occupation. We've been creating beautiful boxes for the watch industry for very, very famous brands. And so yeah, we've been always surrounded with luxury products, basically. And the main goal now is really to bring beautiful pens to the attention of people who love beautiful items.
And I love them myself as well. We also did a video on your YouTube channel about my pen collection. It's not as big, but I'm getting there. So before we go into the pens, I want to maybe do a wrist check. So what are you wearing today on your wrist?
Today I'm wearing the MEH watch. The MEH watch has a very special meaning because I did my apprenticeship in a watch store called Embassy. And that's, from there, with the MEH museum, they did this beautiful concept where Ludwig Oechslin created a year calendar with only 9 mechanical parts. So it's been something absolutely crazy. And I love complications, but I also love complications made simple. That's why I'm wearing the MEH watch. What are you wearing today, Marco?
I'm actually wearing the latest addition to my collection. It's the Louis Erard Vianney Halter collaboration.
Love it.
I did a review on it on my channel as well if you guys want to check it out. So Samuel, I want to start with my favorite pen on this table. It's not the most expensive one, but for me, I just love it. So can you tell us something about this one?
Yes, Marco. So this is the Montegrappa Venere di Milo, a beautiful limited edition of only 200 pieces in the world. This is number 7 of 200. And it's made with a very sophisticated three-dimensional marble dust technique in order to create this beautiful marble decoration that you can see of the Venere. It features resin metal parts and has also this beautiful clip. So definitely a little piece of art to own.
Gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love I love pens which are a bit more 3D. That's why I like to collect also the Rouge et Noir from Montblanc, because it has a beautiful snake. And I think this is just a masterpiece. This is inspired by Greek mythology, or?
Absolutely. This is one of the first Greek statues ever created. And what I would like to point out, Marco, is that this is obviously more than just a writing instrument. This is something that is beautiful to hand out to a business partner. It's also a very statement piece. In this case, it's a roller ball. And you just have to imagine if you have this pen in your suit, in the inner pocket or the outer pocket, and you pull it out, it's just a beautiful statement.
Yeah.
It says a lot about the personality of a person. And that's what I find also to be extremely interesting.
Definitely, I can agree with that. What's the price of a pen like this?
Now this one runs for about 2,000 Swiss francs. A very nice limited edition, only 200 pieces, pretty reasonable.
So the next one I really like as well is this bad boy. Beautiful box as well, and again, very three-dimensional. Never seen it before. It doesn't look like a pen at all when you first see it. So tell us something about this one.
So Marco, this is the ST Dupont Phoenix, okay? This is a limited edition of 2016, sold out. Now what's beautiful about this, it's the very famous lacquering work made on the body that is very famous at ST Dupont. We see that a lot on the lighters too. And then this beautiful metal in solid brass and then yellow gold plated. Now in this case, this is a fountain pen. So you can also really see the difference between a French-made pen and an Italian-made pen. And I think that's also something that makes this industry very beautiful, is that there are several countries creating beautiful pens, and each country has its own peculiarities and its own way to be seen, you know, just like in the car industry, for example. And this is a very French pen. I mean, it reminds a lot to Versailles, so it's very glorious and aristocratic in terms of how it's made.
Wow, beautiful, man. And again, definitely a big statement piece here. And there's a phoenix, a sculpture basically on
Absolutely,
it.
on the
gorgeous.
I mean, this red yellow lacquering on the body and cap is very powerful.
Beautiful. What's the price of this one?
Now this one runs for about 3,400 Swiss francs. If we compare it to the watch industry, there are several lacquered dials, for example, and you know how much it takes to create those dials and how much pieces have just to be thrown away because there is a little bubble inside. And so again, also on these pieces, it's very difficult to create them, and there is also a lot of mistakes that happen in the manufacture.
Yes, and also I imagine this shape is harder to make than a watch dial.
You're so
because
right.
It's not flat.
Absolutely.
This is rounded up. Beautiful. So the next one we want to look at, and we really chose a good selection here because we have different materials, different brands, and different, you know, countries, like we said before. What is this beauty here, and what is it made of?
So Marco, we went from Italy to France, and we're in Germany now. We're in Nuremberg. Well, this is the pen of the year of Graf and Faber Castell. Now, the pen of the year is released once per year, and it always has a specific topic, okay? So it started back in the 2000s up until now, and this is the Imperum Romanum, okay? A beautiful limited edition fountain pen with real black marble. It features black PVD metal trims, an engraving on the cap that reminds to the Roman architecture with SPQR. And on the cap, we also have this coin, this Roman coin, which is a reproduction of a coin. So also on this piece, a lot of little details that make this a real piece of art.
And this is real marble, huh?
That's real marble, 100%.
So basically they make like a column and then they put a hole in the middle and...
Exactly.
Jesus, that's a lot of work probably.
Exactly.
for a pen. And how much would a pen like this cost?
A piece like this runs for about 5,500 Swiss francs, and it's a limited edition of only 330 pieces in the world.
So the next one I want to talk about is something that I've known since I was a child. I used to play Monopoly when I was a kid. I have a Swiss edition in Zurich, which I play maybe once a year when I find the time for it. Tell us something about this beauty. You also unboxed it on your channel, which has a great box.
This is just insane. I mean, we all know Monopoly. We all close relationships because of Monopoly, right? And this is just an insane piece with 925 sterling silver that runs for about 4,800 Swiss francs. It comes in a beautiful box that is actually a Monopoly game, so a Monopoly board. And it's for the 85 years of Monopoly. It has been made in collaboration with Hasbro, which holds the license for Monopoly, and limited to only 85 fountain pens and 85 rollerballs. This one just kills me because it's so cool. We all have a relationship to Monopoly, and that's what makes it so special, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I like it as well. You have the Monopoly man on the pen, the little dollars here, the currency, the logo. I mean, it's a statement piece.
Yeah.
And I see a few diamonds also on the clip here.
Absolutely.
Wow. So something really need to take a close look at, notice. Beautiful, huh?
To create this pen, they use a special wax casting system, which is a very old way how to create this decoration over the resin. In this case, it's a very nice mint-colored resin. So you see, for me, it's always very important also to let people understand that there is a whole world in terms of manufacturing and of terms of production when it comes to beautiful pens.
Yeah.
And it's so much work, and people often don't know because we've never really shown how much work there is behind creating a beautiful pen.
So Samuel, probably the biggest fountain pen on the table. It scares me to even hold it. And what is this? How is it made? Where to start with this one?
This is a very niche product. This is a brand called Phoenix Lacquer Art, which is a Russian entrepreneur. It's a very, very nice lady that owns a gallery in Amsterdam and creates these beautiful, unique pieces or very limited editions of only 7 pieces in the world. Now, this is the snake. This piece is made by Natalia Kurchina, and it's a unique piece, so only one of this one made in the world. And I want to show you the absolute beautiful 18-karat gold nib with the very nice imprinting on the nib.
Wow.
Two-tone nib. It's actual real gold. I mean, it's just incredible. The detail of the painting, you could think it's almost printed instead of painted. And that's what makes this piece an absolute, it's an œuvre d'art. It's like having a fantastic painting on the wall, but it's not on the wall, but it's on a pen. I'm sure people are gonna ask, yeah, but you're gonna use this pen. It's not always only about using. Now we're showing here some really crazy pieces, but this can be for a businessman something beautiful to gift and to make a fantastic impression to a business partner.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm just looking at this. It's beautifully made. And you have a smaller version here with a panther or leopard?
Absolutely. So this is a beautiful version also with the leopard, with this beautiful gold background. And again, I mean, if you look at the incredible details that are on these pens, it's just incredible. We have a few of these pieces in our store.
Wow.
I'm proud of having them here and being able to show them to our customers, obviously.
And what is the price range of a fountain pen like this?
So here we run at about 15,000 Swiss francs. So
15,000.
we're in that price range. You know, it takes ages to create a piece like this, and that's what defines the price at the end.
Yeah, and it's also, like in watches, it's a collectible item as well.
I mean, you have to think you're going to be the only guy owning this specific piece, and that's something that, is unpayable.
The next pen, which doesn't look like a pen at all, is this one. So Samuel, tell us something about this beautiful piece of art. What are we looking at?
Marco, this is one of my favorite releases of this year. So this is the Montblanc Moctezuma 888. 888 is also the limitation of the pen. And I mean, if you look at it, you have no clue that you're gonna be able to write with it, right?
Yes.
And what you do is actually twist it on the below part of the pen, and there is this incredible fountain pen coming out. Looks almost like a knife with this beautiful lacquering, this turquoise lacquering over this three-dimensional work beneath, and it has this 18-karat solid gold metal trims. And I mean, this is for me something really extraordinary that Montblanc has created.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that there is a whole design department at Montblanc. You know that Montblanc produces also some very nice watches in Villeret. In the previous, was in the Minerva factory that Montblanc acquired, and they're doing also some beautiful timepieces, but they're mostly known for their amazing writing instruments. This is the Patron of Art release of this year. Patron of Art also is being released once per year, and it comes as a 4810 limited edition and an 888 limited edition. And so this is one of the more limited one. Very few stores are, we had the chance to have 2 pieces of this one, to acquire 2 pieces and have them displayed and sell in our store. And I'm very proud about it. and I cannot tell you how much I really love this piece.
Wow, looks gorgeous. And there's also I see a mother of pearl on the top.
You got it.
With the Montblanc logo. What's the price of this one?
So this one runs for 8,440.
Yeah.
But I can tell you for sure that this is gonna be one of the pieces that's gonna go up in value in the next years. Why? Because obviously it's a very limited edition pen. And the other thing, it's so special, and usually in this kind of price range, special things, people are always very attracted by it, right? And this is one of the most unique looking pattern of arts ever created.
Wow, gorgeous. The next pen is quite the contrast to the Montblanc one. If you compare them together, you'll see they couldn't be further apart.
Absolutely.
So what is the next one? And again, a very minimalistic look, so tell us something about this one.
Yeah, Marcus, so you saw that well with your very expert eye. This is something very loud, but the designC of Otto Hutt is a very interesting pen. It's also released from last year, limited to only 500 pieces in the world, made for the centenary of the brand Otto Hutt that is based in Pforzheim. Now, this Bauhaus-inspired design has been created by a very famous designer called Mark Brown, which is based in Berlin, which I'm sure you know because he's one of the designer of the beautiful Nomos watches, which are also very Bauhaus design-inspired items. And I think Otto Hutt has been very courageous to create such a minimalistic fountain pen. You see, no clip on this one. It just has these two indexes that are in 18 karat solid gold. And, you know, I think also beautiful because Mark Brown thought well to create this beautiful grip section in black that would cut a bit the design. And it features an 18 karat solid gold nib. Beautiful item, very conceptual, and I'm really in love with it. It's been very successful also in our store. We sold quite a few of this one. And now this is, for example, a piece that runs for about 2,700 Swiss francs, you know? So it's about 2,500 euros. It also features a non-developed piston filling mechanism. So I always tell my customer that there's a lot of work behind this specific model, and this is something that has to be appreciated because Otto Hutt is delivering great quality for also still an interesting price, you know, for what you get at the end.
Oh, gorgeous. And they are, like you said, from Germany, right?
Absolutely, they're from Pforzheim, and I think you can also see it. Again, I want to re-mention that there is in this industry companies from Japan, from Italy, from Switzerland, from Germany, from France, and each single country has its own, you know, design aspects. And, you know, there's actually customers who are more into Japanese pens, there are customers that are more into Italian pens, and some customers go through all countries, you know. And this is very nice because it brings a lot of dynamism inside the industry.
Yeah, that's me. I would collect, you know, just across the board.
Fantastic.
Because I focused on just visual appeal. So the next one I want to buy is definitely something maybe like this, like the Venus de Milo, or something Japanese. And while we are on Japanese fountain pens, what are these two big boys here?
Two grails. Okay, so this is, I often call this sophisticated simplicity because it's very sophisticated into terms of how it's done, because this is an Urushi lacquered pen. Urushi is a 7,000 years old art that comes from China and has then been further developed by the Japanese. And you have to think that Urushi is a natural lacquer that is taken from the lacquer trees in Japan. And then each single fountain pen is lacquered by hand. And as you know, Marco, for the Japanese, it's not only about the look, but what they do often has an utility. And in this case, Urushi was applied in order that on, for example, wooden plates or ebonite plates, it wouldn't form any mold on it. So there is this very aesthetic part of the pen, and then there is a very useful part. Also, Urushi is a very scratch-resistant material. So this pen is basically, after 2 years, 3 years, it will almost have no scratches.
Beautiful.
Look at this insane monster nib.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. Now, this is a fountain pen you can only understand once you try it on paper, okay?
So let's compare maybe the Otto Hutt pen to this one.
Yes.
Just leave it open like that so people see how big the nib actually is. I mean,
huge difference.
I assume it's very fun to write with.
Look,
right.
This is like, it goes by itself. Everybody says it's like it's writing by itself. Now, already on the Otto Hutt, it's quite a nice nib. It's not a small nib, but you can see that there is like a triple difference in it.
Huge.
So again, when you see it like this, you're gonna just think it's crazy, but once you use it, you're gonna say, okay, now I understand why this pen exists. So this pen is being filled by unscrewing the upper part, and then you basically take an eyedropper, you take the ink with the eyedropper, fill it in, and then close it down. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you the next special thing about it. I was telling you that it has a regulator of the ink flow, and the regulator is on the bottom part where you unscrew it and actually define while you're writing how much ink flow it should have. So it could be like this, it can be like this. If you prefer to have more ink flow, you're gonna put it all back. Imagine in your daily life, you're at the office, this is really a nice tool to use.
This is special, this is special.
You're saying it.
I like to use fountain pens when I write down my thoughts in the evening, so I think this is a perfect pen for this. So Samuel, these here were, let's say, in the lower price category, as you like to call it, and I slowly start to understand also why. But what's in this special box here? I know it's the big piece we have on the table. It's one of two pieces, which are the most expensive ones here. So please.
So this, Marco, is a piece I just acquired from one of my customers, and it's the Montblanc John Lennon 70. 70 because it's 70 pieces in the whole world. You know, when we talk about skeleton in watches, this is the skeleton fountain pen, where you can actually see the nib coming from, this beautiful skeletonized body and cap. In this case, we have the word imagine that has been creatively overlaid all over the pen. It has this clip that reminds to the holder of a guitar. And as I told you, 70 pieces only made. I'm gonna give you this so you can actually discover it and see it.
With both hands.
Yeah, dude. You see, this is now one of the real artisan pieces that comes out from Hamburg, from where Montblanc is. They have this beautiful artisan atelier where there is silversmiths and goldsmiths working on each single of these items. This was a piece that was at the beginning around 30,000 Swiss francs, in retail price, and now is sold at something between 45 and 50,000. So it has had a dramatical increase, I would say, for the fact that it's a pen.
Of course.
You see this beautiful, that's a 149 nib. So it's the biggest nib of the nib range from Montblanc. So this is also something that gives value to the pen. But obviously what gives value is the fact that it's 18 karat solid gold. Yeah. So this whole metal that you see.
Everything is gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. It's everything in gold. You have this mother of pearl on the cap bottom. And if you decide to ink this bad boy up, you're gonna see the ink all through this bluish translucent resin. Again, you can decide to just collect this, you can decide to use it, but it's something that delivers a lot of emotion, it's a pulsing heart,
Beautiful. So it can basically be for yourself, or you can also gift it to a client who has to be really important to you for this price point, of course. Beautiful, and the box is cool as well. Huh?
Yeah, the box is part of the whole experience that you get. I think this is also very nice from this industry. Each piece gets his own individual box, and that makes it very, very cool to acquire it.
But let's go to the piece I really wanted to show the audience. When I saw it in your store, I couldn't believe what I'm seeing. I didn't even know it's a pen until you told me it's a pen. What is this? And how much is it?
probably not a pen, right?
Yeah.
Like you said. Well, it's partly also a pen, but this is a beautiful sculpture made by Luis Alberto Quispe Aparicio, which is a silversmith from Peru, and not silversmith, but more a stone worker. And this beautiful, incredible piece, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, slowly. My heart just dropped for a second.
Yes, mine does always too, you know, every time I take this and show it to a customer. Now, this is an ST Dupont, like the Phoenix. Only 8 pieces in the world. This is number 2 of 8 worldwide. It's made with chalcedony stone from Namibia, so a very rare stone and also a very hard one to decorate. And Marco, I want you to hold it and see it.
No pressure here.
Exactly.
It's heavy, huh? You can feel the weight of the material and of the stone, of course.
Absolutely. I mean,
what is this made out of?
So this represents. So this is made in 18 karat solid gold. It represents a butterfly, you know, that is coming to live, you know, and. I'm pretty sure nobody's ever gonna write with this. I can say it's one of the only pieces I can say people are not gonna write with it. It's not the most ergonomic pen also, but it's an œuvre d'art. It's a piece of art that you can display somewhere, just as you might have a beautiful painting of Picasso or of Matisse. You can own a beautiful handmade fountain pen that comes in this incredible setup.
Can you open it for us so we can see the nib?
Absolutely.
I mean, this looks amazing. Huh?
It's not even that complicated. It comes still with the protecting plastic. What's really nice, it's indeed this the shape of the nib, which is a typical signature shape of SD Dupont. You see, it has this very nice waved curves on the nib. Nobody does that actually, and that's something I think very, very nice. Yeah, again,
like you said, yeah.
Not the most ergonomic pen. We don't have to argue about this. I don't think somebody's gonna come in and say, "I'm not gonna buy it because it's not ergonomic."
The ergonomics are the problem.
Exactly.
For sure. The price is okay. What's the price, by the way? We haven't mentioned it yet.
We haven't. Should I?
Yeah.
No,
please.
I mean, this one runs for 55,000, and for the reasons I explained. It's an incredible handmade piece, very complicated. I'm gonna put it back in. Look at this. I need to be very precise, but I'm good. Huh? It's not only a pen, but it also comes with a
no way
brush. You see, also again with this beautiful chalcedony stone from Namibia, and it also has.
There's more.
Yeah, there's more, Marco. 2 beautiful earrings. I mean, look at this. These 2 beautiful earrings. Look how beautiful the stone is decorated. You can just imagine how complicated this is. And you can also imagine that there's very few people in the world able to do this. So
for sure,
this family Aparicio from Peru is doing this since generations, and you know.
And there's diamonds on the tips of it.
Diamonds on the top.
Yeah. The attention to detail is great.
Absolutely. We try to show it as best as possible. Your crew does an amazing job, but I think this piece can only be really appreciated once you see it live and you see the depth of the stone and the incredible details of how the stone is carved also.
And like you said, it's a work of art. It's not necessarily, hey, I need something to write with, but it's a collector's piece. If you have a beautiful house, you exhibit this in the corner or in your office. It depends, you know.
Absolutely.
And the pen stand is also beautiful with the tree and the stone beneath it. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
like, just insane,
it's
right?
It's like a whole story in a pen. I mean,
exactly.
Gorgeous. Samuel, thank you so much for showing us these beautiful creations. Again, people are used to seeing watches on this channel, but because I have an appreciation for writing instruments as well, I'm really happy that we could show them this, you know, quite wide range of options you guys offer. And for this video, we partnered up to do a giveaway for our viewers. And tell us something about the giveaway pen here.
So Marco, they've really got a great chance because this is a Montblanc Great Characters Miles Davis Ballpoint, okay?
Special one, huh?
It's a special edition. It has these beautiful engravings on the precious resin. It has this very nice clip that reminds to, you know, the handle of a trumpet. Miles Davis, we all know Miles Davis. I don't need to mention too much. It comes in a beautiful gift packaging. So I'm really happy that one of the viewers here is gonna have the chance to own this beautiful pen.
If you want to win this pen, you just have to comment below the video and also follow the instructions in the description. And because it's holiday season, we also want to gift my viewers a 10% discount on your Style of Zug online shop, where you have more than 1,000 articles and ranging from 30 francs
Absolutely.
up to 55,000 Swiss francs if somebody wants to buy that one. And also when you purchase something from the store, it helps out my channel so you can have amazing content in the future. Samuel, thank you for having us. Also check out his YouTube account, and also all of his social media platforms will be linked in the description below. Hope you enjoyed this one, and Samuel, hope you enjoyed it as well.
Thank you very much that you took your time to come over here and to show to your audience all this fascinating writing instrument. It's been really cool having this talk together, Mark.
Absolutely. Like this video and share with somebody who likes pens. Also subscribe to the channel, it really helps us out a lot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.